Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, 2024 was a great year, and I'm going to cover a couple of things that happened in 2024 on the channel. We'll look forward to plans for 2025, get your thoughts on that, and then we're going to talk about the 2024 People's Choice Awards, so you can vote below and also put yourself in with one vote per person, a chance to win a $100 Train World gift certificate. So with that said, let's get started on a little bit of a talking points video. So 2024 was an interesting year for the channel. One major thing that you may have noticed is I started changing the thumbnails and making them more catchy. And this was after another YouTuber mentioned to me the sheer amount of YouTube train videos going online every day. This person told me that they looked around noon one day and there was over 70 videos already uploaded on model trains on YouTube for that specific day. And then I went and looked, and there was over 100 towards the evening time for one specific day. That is a lot of information coming at you, and I think it's actually good. I'm not very competitive on YouTube. I know some people are. I've got a day job. I've got income. This channel, for those who always wonder, it operates at a net loss every year. This is not a profitable channel. I've done the math every which way, and the amount that it comes in, which is mostly through ad revenue, is offset easily by spend and even the depreciation of the models I spend on. So it is not a profitable channel, and that's why you don't see the paid promo thing popping up very often, because at most it's like discounts or a mix of items, but there's a lot of purchasing going on. Now we're talking multiple five figures and a five-figure loss every year. So with that said, I'm not a profitable channel, but I do want to obviously maintain relativity amongst the pack of people, tons of videos, so I have to put things like a little more catching thumbnails with writing on it and stuff like that, which I resisted for a very long time. I even resisted asking you to subscribe for a very long time, probably to the detriment of my statistics, but again, this is not what I consider important in my life. You guys are important. I want to provide the information to you, but the channel's massive success, being number one or any of that, is not very important to me. There are YouTubers out there that do this for a living. There's YouTubers out there that it's their only income, so I completely understand. It just does not work that way for me. And with that said, you don't see videos like you see right now where I'm talking to you or labeling the video, you know, what's the greatest thing about model railroading, or all these talking points, because those types of videos are meant to produce an income for the channel. I do primarily reviews. You'll see a couple talking point videos, but that's for other channels, and they may succeed and exceed what I do, because those bring in more views when you're kind of asking questions that most people know the answers to, but people are going to click anyway to see whatever the topic is. So the thumbnails were changed, not much else happened. I did complete one stretch of one scene and another scene, but I don't film on them much. I need to film on them more. I know you guys are probably tired of seeing the barn and the country road, but I do plan in 2025 to tackle Cheyenne, which was something I wanted to do in 2024 and did not do. That's the roundhouse area that's essentially behind you, so that'll be plans for 2025. Other than that, no major movement or accomplishments on the channel. Subscriber numbers and statistics, view statistics, I don't dive in too much. I provide them, to people who ask or help people along, but they've pretty much stayed on par. There was no significant decrease or any significant explosion on the channel. It just is what it is, and I try to provide that information to you. If you're about to go buy a model, chances are you're going to look at a review video to do so. That's my main focus, is to give you statistics and such. I was able to build a massive, almost 160 car intermodal train. That was fun towards the end of this year, and run that with several locomotives. I can run that with several different type of locomotives, and you'll see that in the background of videos for a very long time, because it took a long time to put it on and get it tweaked to run with weights in some of the containers and such. So it won't be coming off anytime soon. So you'll see that in the background for a long time of a lot of reviews, and even the products doing run-bys. You may see it in the background. I've cleared a little bit of space for some scenes, so they're not in the background. If it's like a 1920 steam engine, you've got double stack intermodal behind it, that doesn't really look right. So that's about it for the channel accomplishments. Now let's look to 2025. What do I plan to change? Well, I may go ahead and engage in 4K. I did for a short period a few years ago. I did a survey and people said it really doesn't make a difference. I've looked at my TV, I don't see much of a difference. It requires me to change the existing audio editing software I've had for a long time. That's the main snag. I've got all the 4K equipment. I have a graphics card that's amazing and a gaming computer that's amazing. 4K camera, the SD cards, everything you need to do that. Really, really fast internet for fast fiber optic upload speeds. It's just changing the editing software is going to be a snag. It's going to take me more time. And again, my day job and everything, it doesn't allow a whole lot of time for this. Family, I'm a dad of 2 boys, I'm a husband, and I work in the healthcare industry, so all of that makes it very hard to take that free time to kind of learn more editing software and use that more frequently. But we may make that change in 2025. Not a whole lot else planned for 2025 other than what I mentioned about the Cheyenne Roundhouse area being completed on the layout. Would be nice to get done. Again, it's a free time thing. That's really all I have planned for 2025. Obviously reviews. I actually plan on scaling back the reviews. I'd ideally like to get to 3 to 4 videos a month, just because the videos do interrupt the build time and such. So I may kind of prioritize more stringently requests and slow my roll on purchases and stuff, because it is pretty heavy. But I forecast a year out, and 2025 is still pretty busy with purchases and pre-orders, and 2026 is where it really starts to slow down so far, but we're only about in March or April of 2026 for some manufacturers, so we'll see. But anyway, that's about it for plans for 2025. Now let's talk about the People's Choice Awards. People's Choice Awards, if you don't remember, 1 person, 1 vote. If you vote more than once or comment more than once, I got to throw one or both of the comments out. But 1 person, 1 vote, and the topic for this year is what was the most, or last year I should say, is what was the most exciting product lineup of 2024? Which manufacturer did you look at their lineup and say, oh wow, they're doing all these new things, that really excites me? For some people, new things means completely new locomotives and rolling stock. For others, it can be re-releases or changes of paint schemes. I'd like to focus on exciting as in all new, so new products, but that can be diesel, that can be steam, that can also be rolling stock, whatever. Any way you want to interpret it, most exciting product lineup of 2024. So not what's coming, what came in 2024. That's how all of these People's Choice Awards work. The winner will get the award. It'll say 2024 on it because we're capping out the previous year. So with that said, 1 person, 1 vote. Put that down in the comments below. So if there's like 300 comments, then you'll have a chance to win a $100 gift card, and I do a random number generator, 1 to 300, and it will pick a number, and then I'll work my way down the comments, and that number is the person that won the $100 gift card, and I'll contact them, reply to their comment, message them any way I can to let them know to get that Train World $100 gift certificate to them. So I think we covered a lot in a little bit of time. Thank you so much for hanging in with me. I know for some people, I've been around for 15 years. A lot of people, the channel's boring because people are mostly dipping in to look at products before they go to purchase them. There aren't a whole lot of videos like this. There's not a whole lot of layout updates. There's not a whole lot of other topics going on. I always try to sprinkle a little more of that in, but it's very, very difficult to do so. But we've got some exciting stuff pre-ordered and planned for 2025, so I look forward to covering that with you. Let's set the deadline for the People's Choice Award at January 25th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So on January 26th at midnight, you will not be able to, you can comment all you want, it just won't be included in the count or in the giveaway. But again, most exciting product lineup for the last year, 2024. What company made you excited? Now we're talking about HO scale too, by the way. I needed to mention that. It can be HO and N overall, but HO scale is predominantly what we cover here on the channel. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks so much for your viewership. One thing I do take away from this channel is more being driven to provide the information to you, because when I step out and I don't do it, sometimes it doesn't get done. There's some great channels that are doing it, but sometimes they still won't cover certain aspects, or sometimes the product doesn't get covered at all. So getting that information to you is important. And when I do work on scenes and stuff, your ability to drive me to complete those scenes and to be a better modeler, so I'm not embarrassed by showing you a stick figure drawing or whatever when I've completed a scene, helps me tremendously. I'd be way worse of a modeler. I'm not a great one, but I'd be far worse if it wasn't for you pushing me to do a better job, giving me input, tips, encouragement, all that stuff. I appreciate that very much. So thank you again. It was a great 2024. We look forward to what happens in 2025, and we'll see you next time right here on the channel. Take care.